And hopefully the light will work. And we'll just come onto the mat and find ourselves in a child's pose. So the toes are going to come together. The knees are going to go nice and wide, or as wide as feels comfortable. And then we're going to reach the arms out in front of you, and then lower the forehead onto the floor. Relax the shoulders, the elbows onto the mat. And close down the eyes. Lastly here, just taking this time to feel into the body. To see how you're feeling today. Physically, is there any tightness, any soreness, any tension in any muscles or joints? Or also how you're feeling mentally. So have you had a busy day, a busy morning? Just knowing that this hour on our mat is your time to honour those feelings, to nurture the body, and also to give the space of the mind some space. Not necessarily to be still or to be thinking of other things, just to be focusing mainly on the breath. And then how the breath gives energy to the body. So with that in mind, just bringing that awareness to the breath. Feel it inhale into the ribs, the back, the belly, the lower back. And feel it exhale slowly out of the nose. Inhaling, filling the belly, the rib cage, the back. And exhaling, relaxing, sinking deeper, further into the floor. If you have a cold or anything that stops you breathing in and out the nose, and it's okay to breathe through the mouth. Feeling this compression in the hips, the knees, the opening of the front of the ankles. With every exhale, just taking the stretch a little deeper. So child's pose, yes, it is a place of rest, also a place of lengthening the spine, of stretching the lower back, the fronts of the feet, but compressing the hips, the knees, so increasing that blood flow. Whilst we're here, keeping the eyes closed, the breath big and strong, we're going to walk the hands over to the left-hand side. So the elbows now may lift, that's okay. But the forehead, we're trying to keep the head resting, relaxing down into the mat. Feeling that big stretch down the right side of the body. Maybe taking the stretch a little further, a little longer, a little further away from the mat, from the body. And seeing if you can send that breath into the right side of the ribcage. All that extra space between the ribs, and the lower back, the side of the body. And when you're ready, just slowly walk the hands over to the other side. So walking the hands to the right, relaxing the forehead, the head down. Again, the arms may be long, or the elbows may be bent. So it's not a good place, perhaps. Really relaxing down, sinking into it, and then try to lean away from the hands. Like we've talked about before, imagining that the hands are super glued to the floor, and we're trying to get the body as far away from it as possible. Moving into the left side of the ribcage this time. Stretching the intercostal muscles. Taking one more big, deep breath. And walking the hands back into the center. Spread through the fingers. Draw the belly in. And then begin to lift the belly, the body off the thighs as you tuck the chin into the chest and slowly curl round forward into this tabletop, slight cat spine. Bring the knees underneath the hips, Lengthen through the spine now, so one straight line. And then bring the feet in line with the knees. A little sway from side to side. Taking the bottom left and right. And keep the eyes closed for now if you can. So feeling into the breath, feeling into the body. And allowing that to guide you. So I may offer some things, some poses. But if that does not feel like where you want to go today, know that that's okay. You are free to do your own things. It's your time, your movement. So just allow the body, the breath to flow, to move in a way that feels natural for you. When you're ready, you can allow those eyes to slowly open, gaze soft down towards the floor. We're going to take that inhale and begin to lift through the sit bones. Drop the belly, lift the chest, shine the face up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Big broad shoulders, open chest. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone. Draw the belly in. Press the floor away. Stretch between that space in the shoulders as you draw the belly, the chin into the chest. And then inhale, lift the bottom. Lengthen through the spine, lift the chest, shine the face up towards the ceiling. Check that weight's going over the wrist. And a big exhale, tucking tailbone, rippling through the spine. So just taking your time with this. Inhaling, bottom up. Bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting the chest, looking up. And then exhaling, tucking, curving cat spine, slight bend in the elbows, spread through the fingers. The last time, just to make sure we've ironed out all the kinks in the spine, so trying to move bone by bone. Lifting chest, looking up. And exhale, tuck tailbone. Draw the belly, press the floor away. Big stretch through the shoulders, chin into the chest. Press through the index finger, the thumb. And inhale, lengthen through the spine. Bring the toes a little closer together, maybe the knees a little wider. We're going to take the right hand just slightly further to the center line of the body, not all the way. But just so you've got a little base here to lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, opening the chest like that big bow and arrow. Gazing up towards the sky. A conservatory is not ideal for yoga. Take a big inhale, reach the hand as high as you can. And then exhale, we're going to thread this left hand through the whole of the right hand and the right knee. Lengthening it as far away from us as we can to bring the shoulder, the side of the head down to the floor. So we've got this big twist through the spine. The hips are as square as we can. We're going to draw the belly in, press through the right hand. Try and see if you can see the ceiling. So lifting the face, twisting the neck so you can shine the face up towards the ceiling. And then if you feel comfortable too, we're going to tuck the toes of the right leg. Lift the knee and then lengthen that right leg away. So we've got a long line from the right heel all the way up to the crown of the head. You might want to have a look and have a look at what my posture looks like for now. If that doesn't feel good for you, you don't have to. We can always come back to this another time. So from here, if we've got the leg lengthened, press through the right hand, unthread the left arm, place it down onto the floor to come into our tiger stretch. If you didn't lift the knee off, then you just slowly unthread and then you lengthen that right leg away. So we've got the toes touch or just slightly touching the top of the mat. We're going to take a big inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, through the spine. And then we're going to exhale, bending at the knees softly, taking the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So we've got this lizard posture nice and early. A few moments here to maybe wriggle, to rock side to side. Maybe do some nice big circles, so imagining the body is a wooden spoon and your mat is a mixing bowl. Just some nice circles. They don't have to be circular, they can be square or wriggly, whatever works for you. And when we're ready, coming to that little bit of stillness so we can take the right forearm onto the right knee. Lengthen the left arm up towards the ceiling like we just did, that big bow and arrow stretch opening through the chest. You can either keep the glutes engaged here and really work through the front of the left quadricep, or you can sink down into it, getting the stretch deeper into the hip. So And keep the arm nice and long if that's enough for you, or you can slightly bend the elbow and begin to take some nice big circles with the arm. So really getting into the shoulders, getting into the back, the chest, and we'll do the same going forward. So big front roll forward, just a slight bend in the elbows to get deeper into that socket. And then on the third one, the hand finds the floor. The right hand meets it. We're going to swoop that right leg back, floating it off the mat, hips square, hands in line with the shoulders. Draw the belly in. Take a big inhale, expand through the body. And then exhale, bring the knee to the nose, curving through the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curve. Drawing the belly in and up towards the spine. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curve. So we're really drawing the belly muscles in so we can flex the foot and then place the foot between the hands. So you may want to come onto the left hand, lifting onto the fingertips. Foot in the middle of the hand, slowly bring the hands onto the knee. Lift the chest, look up. Take a moment here to maybe see if you need to take your feet and your knee a little bit wider. You don't have to practice on a tight rope. And then reach the arms up towards the ceiling, our nice low lunge, Anjaneyasana. So creating space through the chest. Don't worry if the shoulders reach up. Just making sure we've got all this space in the belly and we're lengthening through the lower back. Take an inhale here as we look up. Exhale, cactus with the arms. The elbows come down in line with the shoulders. Pressing the chest further, looking up towards the ceiling, still lengthening through the lower back. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, reach the arms back up. Inhale, place them down either side of the foot. Step that foot back to the knee, bottom comes to the heels. Relax here in child's pose for a moment. Have a little wiggle. Just taking the bottom from side to side, maybe pressing the forehead into the floor. And coming back to our breath, so inhaling through the nose if possible. Bringing the belly, the rib cage, the back, and exhaling through the nose. Emptying the belly, the rib cage, the back. You can keep this nice little rocking side to side if that feels nice. Or you can just find that stillness. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then inhale back to tabletop. Putting a couple of cat-cows, so in your own time, just inhaling, lifting, looking up. Exhaling, curving, tucking, rounding, pressing the floor away. So just 2 more. Inhaling, lengthening, lifting, exhaling. I'm going to go faster or slower, feel free. Inhaling last time. Exhaling. Coming back to our nice long line, crown of the head to the tailbone. Bring the toes a little closer so you can take those knees a little wider. And then this time, that right arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, look towards the thumb. Really open through the chest. Take a few moments here to feel that long line from the middle finger, the right middle finger, all the way down to the heel of the hand. Try and relax the head, take an inhale here. And then as we exhale, the right hand goes through the hole. So as far away from us as we can, reaching until the back of the hand finds the floor. The back of the forearm, the shoulder, the side of the head. Pressing the hand into the mat, the left hand. See if you can twist to look towards the ceiling or the sky. Drawing the belly in, drawing the rib cage in. Option to stay here, or this time to tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee, so then lengthening that left leg through the heel. Finding that nice long line still from the crown of the head to the bottom of the leg. Then either with the knee down or the leg lengthen, see if you can press through the left hand on threading the hole. Place the right hand down into this tiger stretch. So again, if you come with the foot still on the floor, then you just tuck under the toes and lift the knee, or just slightly graze the mat with the toes. Here we're going to take a nice big inhale. Exhale, place the left foot to the outside of the left hand. In lizard pose again, we take a few circles through the hips or squares or octagons. Whatever shape your movement might take. Maybe a triangle. Seeing if you can decipher what shape your hips want to make. And going the other way. You might just want to go side to side, that's okay. It's just good, just to give them a little bit of movement. We either sit down or stand up all day. We very rarely come into postures like this unless we're doing yoga, so let's make the most of it. And when you're ready, finding that slight stillness, pressing through the big toe, the baby toe, lifting through the arch of the foot. Bring the left forearm onto the left knee and then reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. So again, that nice opening through the chest. Reaching the arm up, gazing up. Take a big inhale as you reach a little higher. Bend the elbow, watching to stay here or to take those nice big circles going backwards. So doing that nice back stroke with the arm. And then nice front stroke with the arm. So 3 times forward, 3 times back. Squeezing the glutes ever so slightly, and then on the third one, the hand comes down. The left hand follows. We draw the belly in so we can pick that left leg up and swoop it back behind us. Long line from the crown of the head to the toes. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. We have to find that cat spine to pull the belly in, to tuck the chin in. Inhale, lengthen. Long line through the spine, and then exhale, curve. Bring the belly in and up. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curve. Flex the foot, come onto the fingertips if you need to step the foot between the hands. And then we swoop those arms up. Nice low lunge. If you need to come onto the hands, onto the knee first, all you can do. But relaxing the shoulders. Gazing up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale, reach a little taller, squeeze the bottom ever so slightly. And then exhale, bend the elbows, lift the chest, cactus. So nice big opening from elbow to elbow. Gazing up, take an inhale. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, place the hands down. Take that left knee back. Bottom onto the heels, few moments here just to rest and recover. A little wiggle if you want to from side to side. Feeling into that lower back. Give you a few moments. And then when you're ready on that next inhale, come out to tabletop. Tuck under the toes. Lift the knees, downward facing dog. Have a little wiggle here. So first time we've been here. Just getting into the lower back, getting into the calves, the hamstrings. And then looking towards the knees. Begin to bend the knees some more so you can walk the feet. Walk the feet, walk the feet, walk the hands, sorry, back to the feet. I knew I did it the wrong way. 50-50 chance. When we get there, take hold opposite elbow, in opposite hand. Hopefully you can still see me. Good. Have a little shake, a wiggle in ragdoll. So swinging from side to side. Really releasing through the lower back, through the head. And inhale, release the elbows. Exhale, hang heavy. Inhale, gather the belly in towards the spine. Begin to roll up bone by bone. Pressing the floor away, squeezing the bottom. If you have space, swooping the arms up towards the ceiling. Hands, spine, prayer. Exhale, hands, spine, heart. Look towards those fingertips. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingertips this time. Tuck the chin into the chest. Bring the hands onto the back of the head. And we're going to tuck the chin in. And as we go down, we keep the legs as long as possible and see if we can roll down through the vertebrae. So just gentle bit of pressure on the back of the neck. Keeping those legs nice and long and getting to that nice sticky part between the shoulder blades. Maybe just under and just holding it there for a moment. So get a lot of tightness here in the thoracic spine. Particularly if we're working on computers, or any sort of work that allows our shoulders to sort of roll forward. Just taking a moment here, big inhale through the nose. Exhale, breathe into that space. And we continue that roll down. Softening the legs as we go, release the hands from the head. Inhale, halfway lift, so lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, bend the knees, hands find the floor, walk them out to plank. So the hands come underneath the shoulders. Here, you can have the knees down if you want to, but you can take a nice big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, lengthen the right leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Place the foot between the hands. Bring the hands onto the knee. Tuck under the back toe so you can lift that left knee. If you need to, coming straight into warrior one. We're going to reach the arms all the way up nice and slowly. If you're in high lunge, hold it there. Take an inhale. Exhale, heel comes down for warrior one. So just taking a few moments here to check that again, we don't have to be on that tightrope. There's a lot of times in yoga we get told to to line up the heel with the arch of the foot. That's okay if it doesn't. If it feels better to have it slightly wider, then that's okay. For me, it feels nicer to be wider. For you, it may be different. We're just trying to get as nice and low through the front leg to engage the left quadricep. So we're strengthening and lengthening. Take an inhale, look up. Exhale, take the hands behind the body, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the heels of the hands, the shoulders as we open up through the chest to look towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, bow down as the arms go up and over into humble warrior. So again, you have all the creative license here you need, so you can have the legs nice and close or as far away. But seeing what works for your body. Yoga isn't about getting into particular postures or looking a certain way. It's about how movement, how breath can serve us as a person, as a soul, as a body. Making sure everything feels good. Slowly inhale, lift the chest. Release the hands, swoop the arms up towards the sky, warrior one. Exhale, come onto the ball of the foot or lower the knee straight down into high lunge. Inhale, lower the knee if you're not there already. Release the hands either side of the foot. Now for a nice hamstring stretch, lengthen the right leg. Flex the foot, relax the head down, half split. So feeling that nice stretch down the back of the right leg. It's like bend in the right knee. Relaxing the head. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, come on to the right foot. Place the hands either side of the foot. Step the knee back into tabletop. Bring the bottom to the heels for that lovely child's pose. 3 breaths. We'll inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose if possible. Really emptying the body 2 more times. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to tabletop. Draw the belly in. Exhale, lengthen the right leg. Inhale, lengthen or more, maybe point the toes. Then exhale, bring the knee to the nose, flex the foot. The foot comes between the hands, Then we tuck under the toes, lift the knee, hands come onto the thigh. If you need to go straight with the heel down to warrior one, you can. But seeing if you can reach the arms into high lunge. Staying nice and low. Remember, those legs, those feet can be nice and wide. Heel comes down for warrior one. Hips are still square, shoulders square, so all that direction going forward and up. Take an inhale, gaze towards the fingertips. Exhale, take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, lift the chest, look towards the sky. Then exhale, bow down, humble warrior. So the left shoulder comes to the left knee. The arms go up and over, and we look towards the back of the mat or the right leg. That nice bend through the leg. The heels of the hands are trying to touch, so really opening through the chest, and we're trying to reach the knuckles up towards the ceiling, but allowing the head, the body to give into that pull of gravity. One more breath. On the next inhale, lift the chest, look forward, release the hands, swoop them up. And slowly come onto the ball of the right foot, lower the knee down. Exhale, hands frame the foot, lengthen the left leg, flex the foot, release the head down for half split. A nice stretch from the ankle, the Achilles, through the calf, avoiding the back of the knee because we have that little bend, and then going into the belly of the hamstring towards the glute. Relax the head. We'll take 2 more breaths here. If you want to, you can close the eyes. Taking an inhale, exhaling. 1 more. Remember to inhale, fill the body, the belly, the lungs. To exhale, let it go, empty. Inhaling, coming forward, framing the foot, swooping the leg back so the knee can find the floor, the bottom can find the heels. Few moments here as we relax the forehead down. If you enjoy that little rock from side to side, you can do that. Can feel nice for the pelvis, the hips, the lower back. And when you're ready to move, coming back to tabletop. Shoulders over the wrists, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths here. So this feet can be as wide or as close together as you want to. Just having a few moments to see what feels good. Sometimes we just come into downward facing dog. We expect to get there right away and we stay there even though it feels horrible. So I'll just give you a few moments just to experiment. So those hands can be wider than the shoulders. The feet can be wider than the hips. That might feel good, or you might prefer to have them nice and close, squeezing the inside of the thighs together. You may want to bend the knees, or even bend the elbows. The aim here, the most important part here, is the long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. So we're looking at getting the spine straight. But because it's inversion, it's all about getting the hips above the heart. So if that feels horrible, you can come to that puppy pose that we've done before. So it's just on the knees, the hands down, the bottom up. That's still an inversion. You're still getting the benefits of downward facing dog. When you're there, we'll take 2 releasing breaths. So inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Look towards the hands. Begin to step the feet one by one. Step by step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. So engage the quadriceps, lengthen the hamstrings, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, change the chest. And like we roll down, we're going to roll up bone by bone, taking time in those tight spots if you need to. Pressing the floor, squeezing the bottom. When you get that head on top of the spine, take a big inhale, reach the arms up if you have the space. Hands find prayer, look towards the thumbs, exhale, hands find heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Squeeze the bottom just ever so slightly as you open the chest. Then exhale, fold over the legs, the hands run down the back of the hamstrings, forward fold. Inhale again, halfway lift. So we find that lengthening through the spine, the engagement of the core, the rib cage not flaring, so drawing towards the hips. Then we're going to place the hands down. We're going to step the left foot back straight into warrior one, so the heel finds the floor. The right knee bends, and the arms reach forward and up into that warrior one pose. So again, up to you how far apart you have the feet, how close you have them. We're just going to reach up, look up. Then exhale, warrior two. So that nice big opening through the body. Relax the shoulders. Draw the belly in, lengthen through the lower back. And then here we're just going to take what's called our eagle arms. So we're going to take the right arm underneath the left, as if we're sort of slicing the air in front of us. The elbows meet, and then we're going to try and wrap at the forearms so the fingers go into the palm of the hand. If that's not possible, then just to wrap at the elbows and taking the backs of the hands together, that's okay. Maybe you can grab the thumbs. We're looking at trying to have the elbows stacked, the right knee bent. We're going to press the elbows away from the body. So we're opening through again that thoracic part of the spine. Inhale here, reach the elbows as far away as you can. And see if you can exhale, reach them up towards the ceiling. So you're getting that stretch into the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, humble. I like to call this one humble ostrich. I don't know what it's actually called. We're going to exhale, bow down. With those eagle arms, releasing the head as if we're kissing our biceps in our humble warrior, but with our eagle arms. So I'm going to call it humble ostrich for now. I have done for 7 years. And no one's corrected me yet, so if anybody knows the right terminology, let me know. I may have just made it up myself. But feeling that stretch through the back of the shoulders, through the right glutes. Relax the head, inhale. Exhale, lift that humble ostrich up. Release the eagle, so stretching the arms, warrior two. Flip the right palm, lengthen the right leg. Reverse warrior as we reach up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Take a moment here, feel all that warmth in the right leg. And then as we exhale, bend the knee, reach the arm forward, cartwheel the left hand over into plank pose. You can drop the knees if you need to. One breath, inhale. Exhale. Tuck chin, lift hips, downward facing dog. One breath this time, inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Bend the knees. Look towards the hands. Walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, that nice lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, roll up. Bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Curling under the spine, lifting the chest, reaching the arms, hands by prayer. Exhale, hands by heart. Other side, so you do that nice big inhale up. Exhale, open the arms, take the hands down the backs of the hamstrings as if you're giving them a nice little rub, little massage. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time take the right leg back. Warrior one, so the heel finds the mat. It doesn't have to be as far away from you as you can. It can be close if you feel more steady, or nice and wide if that feels better. Slowly reach the arms forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Finding that warrior one. So sinking down into those feet, even grounding down into the earth. Drawing the belly in, lengthening through the lower back. Then we'll open up into warrior two. Good, okay, this time. Relaxing the shoulders. Finding that strength through the big toe and allowing the knee to go forward rather than collapsing in. This time we take the left arm under the right, so the front one under. We wrap at the forearms again if possible, or the backs of the hands just find each other. Fingertips to palm or grabbing the thumbs. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take the elbows as far away from you as you can, so kind of a cat spine with the top of the body. Inhale here. And then exhale, humble warrior, so a humble ostrich, sorry. So bending down, bowing the head, as if an ostrich would do. And really bending the left leg as much as you can. Relaxing the head, so giving those biceps a little kiss. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale, feel that stretch in the back of the body in the hamstring, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift that humble ostrich up. And then release the eagle, so reach the arms back into warrior two. Lengthen the left leg. Flip the palm, reach the arm, reverse warrior. So nice long line from the fingertips. We're not back bending, we're just reaching up. Take that breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, cartwheel the hands down. Send the left leg back to plank, 1 breath. Exhale. Touch in, roll up, downward facing dog. Slowly lower the knees. Slowly lower the bottom back to child's pose. Forehead into the floor, bottom into the heels. We'll take our 3 releasing breaths here. So we inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last time, big inhale. Exhale. Eyes closed or open. You can slowly roll up to sit on the heels. Hands come to the lower back. Fingertips down towards the floor. Squeeze the elbows together. Lift the chest. Shine the face up towards the ceiling as you press the chest up towards the sky and release the head back as far as feels comfortable. This is a nice baby camel. Don't know where you are in the world today, but there's been a lot of rain the last 3 days, and we spend a lot of the time when it's raining looking down at the floor with hoods up. So when we get the chance, it's just really good to open through the chest. Release the head back. Open the throat. All that space in the front of the body. Take a nice inhale there. Exhale. Bring the head back in line with the spine. Tuck the chin. Roll down through the spine so the forehead finds the floor just in front of the knees, maybe the crown of the head, and then reach the arms back. So in this tiny little ball, we'll take a few moments here. Maybe you want to grab the heels of the feet and get the crown of the head onto the floor. Or maybe you just want to find this nice restorative child pose with the arms back, the spine lengthened. 2 more breaths. And we'll roll up through the spine once more. This time taking those knees as wide as the hips, maybe a little wider. We'll bring the hips on top of the knees and then bring the hands back to the lower back. So if you don't want to go here, that's fine. You can stay with the bottom on the heels. We're going to squeeze the elbows together. Squeeze the bottom. Send those hips forward just ever so slightly. And imagining there's a fish hook underneath the chest bone, underneath the bra strap, the sternum. And it's lifting you up towards the ceiling as you release the head back to as far as feels comfortable. Still squeezing the elbows. See if you can release the head all the way back. Maybe to see the room, the space behind you. But still pressing those hips forward, still engaging the bottom. And finding that lift. 1 breath, inhale into the space in the front of the body. Exhale, breathe everything out. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, so stack the head on top of the spine, the bottom finds the heels, and then reach the arms back again. Forehead into the floor, into the mat, relax here. Take a big inhale, exhale, side out. Again, inhale, exhale. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Take the feet, the heels to the left of the body so you can sit the bottom behind the heels. Lengthening the legs out in front of you into our staff pose. Taking a moment here, maybe with the hands behind the body so you can flex the heels, point the toes, flex the heels, point the toes, maybe taking a few circles. Reconnecting the sit bones down into the floor, into the mat, the earth. Good. And then from here, just slightly leaning forward. I'm going to gather in the right leg. We've got 2 options here. So you can either cross the right foot over the left thigh. So you've got the ankle, the heel on top of the quadricep. Or you can take it to the inside of the hamstring, whatever feels comfortable for you. Here we're going to flex the foot. Reach forward and take a slight fold in the upper body from the hips. A nice little forward fold. Depending on how tight your quads are, the foot on top, that might feel horrible. So like I said, you have the foot to the inside of the hamstring. Take 2 more breaths, allowing the head to be heavy. Wherever you folded forward, just slightly walking yourself back and up. And then now we're going to see, hopefully if I can show you this way, the light's a bit funny, I apologise. See if you can get the knees stacked on top of each other. So both knees stacked, it's called a half shoelace. That bottom leg is still flexed. The arms come out to the side, so don't worry if your leg is up here. That's absolutely fine. Remember, I do this every day, kind of, nearly, should do. Take the arms out to the side, lift the chest, flex the foot, and then take that hinge forward from the hips. So don't worry if the knee's in the way, if the forehead is on the knee, that's okay. What we're looking at is getting that deep stretch into the lower back, and also through the right hamstring. Relax the shoulders. Take a little more of a fold forward. Exhaling, relaxing, sinking, letting go. Slowly rolling up. And crossing that right leg. Having a little wiggle through the legs. And then we'll do the other side. So the left leg, either the sole of the foot to the inside of the hamstring, or you can cross it over the top of the right leg. Flex the foot, hands come forward this time, so walk the hands forward, and then relax the head down. Having that foot wherever feels comfortable for you. Try to have that right foot nice and flexed, so pressing the heel away, ankle square, head relaxed. Taking 2 more breaths here. And after that second exhale, rolling up through the spine. Taking the left leg, crossing it over. Both knees stacked. They might not be exactly stacked, but that's where they're going towards. And again, don't worry if the knee is up in your face. Take the arms out to the side this time. Lift through the chest. Flex the right foot. Take an inhale. Then exhale. Fold forward. Feel that stretch down the right leg. Into the left glute, into the lower back. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hands, the heels of the hands. And take 3 breaths here. So maybe challenge yourself with each exhale to see if you can fold a little further forward. Relaxing those shoulders. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling, emptying and letting go. One more breath. And as you inhale, keep those eyes closed. See if you can roll up through the spine, bone by bone. Then uncrossing the left leg from the right. Lengthening the legs away from you. Flexing the feet again. Take an inhale, reach the arms forward. Inhale, reach past the feet, the knees may be bent. Then exhale, fold down over the legs. So both legs in front of us. If you need to sit on a block, a bolster, or a blanket, you can do. But relaxing the head down. Relaxing the shoulders. Closing the eyes. Taking a big inhale here. Exhaling, sighing it out of the mouth. Again, inhale. Relax the shoulders, exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly lengthen, rolling through the spine, eyes. Stay closed, stack the head on top of the shoulders. You can inhale to sit tall. Exhale, draw the belly in, roll down to the spine to lie on your back, nice and slowly, using those core muscles. And then when you're there, bring both knees in towards the chest. Give them a nice little hug. A little rock and roll from side to side. And then we'll take the palms onto the kneecaps, drawing nice big circles with the knees, massaging the hip joints, the lower back. So again, having that sense of the pelvis this time being the mixing bowl and the legs being the wooden spoons. Going the other direction, the big circles. Ready, coming to that stillness, but taking the knees wide so you can take the outside arches of the feet. Happy baby. Just stacking the feet on top of the knees. Little rock and roll side to side. Massaging the lower back, the middle back, the shoulders, and the back of the head into the floor. Check the eyes are closed. We'll just take our time here, so no rush to rock sideways. Just moving with the breath. Maybe it doesn't feel good to rock, maybe you just want to stay still or just hug the knees in, that's okay. Remember, you have that creative license to move your body in a way that feels good for you. Coming back to the breath, filling the belly, the ribs, the back. Exhaling, emptying. And when you're ready, with no rush, releasing the feet. Bring the knees together, take the arms out alongside of you, so either airplane wings or cactus. Take a big inhale. Exhale, allow both knees to fall to the left as you turn the head to the right. Remembering to pad the knees out if you need to. Closing down the eyes. We'll take a few deep breaths here.